Hello. Hello, everyone. So, we are in the middle of huge thunderstorms right now, flash flood watch. So, I went ahead and hooked us up to our Ethernet. So, hopefully, we will not have any interruptions in our broadcast today. But I just thought I'd give you the heads up on that. So, all right. Welcome. Welcome to Midweek Mindset. It's one of my favorite days. I actually had something prepared for you that I had thought about quite a while ago, but then I was having a discussion with someone just yesterday, late yesterday, and I thought, you know what? I really want to talk about that. So I've changed some things up. Bear with me today once again. Two requests for you. While I have notes here, I kind of had to make quick notes and some changes on what I'm delivering to you today. So here's the thing. Are you unknowingly blocking all your sales, not all your sales, but bigger sales, bigger success by the way you think? Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Sorry, I keep bumping my camera. That's what we're talking about today because, sales psychology is all about understanding how our buyers' minds work, but we're also part of the sales conversation, correct? So we really have to understand that it's not just about the words that we use, but it's also bigger than that. It's bigger. We're talking universal laws here. So those words and the things that we say to our audience really matter, but it's also the things we say to ourselves and the things that we think behind the scenes. So today I'm going to be giving you the big sales psychology secret. It really is. It's behind every successful business owner, entrepreneur, any of the great big execs out there, they have this secret. And it's something that if we don't have, we're never going to be able to achieve the success we want to achieve. Oh, hey, there's Karen. There's Karen. So does that sound good to you? If you do you want to know the secret? I hope you want to know the secret. I want to see yeses. I want to see yes. I want to know the secret. Secret. Number one secret. Okay, say hello as you're signing in. We just had someone show up and say, hi, here's someone else. I have, hi, Facebook user. Good to see you. So sorry, StreamYard is not lending me your name, so I cannot see you, but thank you for being here. And give this a heart or a like or a thumbs up on this. And if you're watching in a replay, I always love to know who gets to see this in replay because we have people from across the world that, when we're up and dealing with thunderstorms and big flash flood watches, other people are sound asleep. So if you're watching this later, please hit a hashtag replay. I really appreciate. So when you walk away today, here are the notes that I have for you. You're going to know the number one sales blocker and success crusher, right? And why this thing is so sneaky and insidious. Like, what makes it so powerful? It's because it's sneaky and insidious. We're going to talk about that. And then what you can do about it. I want you to make sure that you walk away with something that we can do about it. We don't want to just know what's wrong. We also want to know what we can do to fix it, right? So, are you unknowingly doing this? Are you unknowingly closing down your success opportunities and your sales without even knowing it? I know I did this. I did this for years. This carried over, this was a carryover from how I functioned in my life, and it also showed up in my business. So, I want you to let me know if any of these sound familiar to you, because I see this in many other creative business owners that I work with. So I know I'm not the only one, which of course makes it easier to sit up here and confess, right? So here are a couple of scenarios. And let me know in the chat if you have ever experienced this. Me. And, I love that there are people from all different backgrounds here and all different mindsets. And this may not have been a problem with you in the past, but you can bump into this at any time that you hit what I call your threshold or what your comfort zone is for this. Everybody can hit this. We just all hit it at different times. Some people's set points are super low, so they bump into this right away in their business. Other people's set points and tolerance for gratitude, that's a secret for gratitude, is much higher. So they don't bump into this until well into their business. They could be making, $60,000, $100,000, but when they go to level up, if that was their set point where their comfort zone is, this is when they bump into it. So that's why we're talking about it today. So let me know if you have ever found yourself in this situation, kind of heard yourself doing this, or even maybe heard yourself saying this out loud, if you caught yourself doing these. And I'm just giving you a couple examples. So you make an unexpected sale. And we've all had those fun things. We're like, wow, it just came out of the blue. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to get that. They just popped out of the blue. They showed up in my messenger or my email. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Well, at that point in time, you're making sure yourself and everyone else knows, it happened without you doing anything for it. You make sure everyone knows that, and you tell yourself that. Or you close a deal and you didn't feel awkward or really uncomfortable. It felt really natural. And so instead of owning that, you say, yeah, well, I didn't really have anything to do with it. They just knew they wanted it. And so, yeah, it was an easy sale. Ever done that? Me? Anyone say me? I've done that. Like, I really didn't have anything to do with their decision to buy it. They just wanted to buy it. You deflect. Or maybe you assume that your live, you did a Facebook Live or your post or whatever you put out there isn't doing anything because it got crickets. You just didn't get an immediate response. And so you kind of make that assumption that, yeah, all this stuff that I'm doing, it just really doesn't matter anyway. I'm just out here doing my thing, but nobody is really paying attention. You start thinking like that. We've all had those. We deal with it. If you are out there in social media, if you are working your business, you experience that all the time. So if any of those sound familiar, I get it. I see artists stuck there all the time. And when we're creating those, we're actually our number one sales blocker and crusher. We create that for ourselves because when we don't claim our wins and successes, we're actually showing a lack of gratitude. We're missing out on gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful universal laws out there. So let's talk about it. And that's why it's so insidious and powerful, because we really are mistaking that lack of gratitude gets really mixed up with, gets it confused with humility. We think that we're being humble. We think that we shouldn't claim that. And in that sense of what we think we're doing to be humble, we're actually missing out on the most important thing. And that's the universe working with us. So here's a few reasons why that happens, right? If we're really uncomfortable with our success, if we're not comfortable with success, now think about that. This is a deep one, right? You kind of have to look deep. Is that you? When it comes down to it, are you uncomfortable with success? Or you don't want to be a braggart and you don't want to annoy people. So heaven forbid you say anything like, yeah, you don't claim it, you don't celebrate it, right? Or even worse, here's another one. You don't want to jinx it. You're like, yeah, I don't really want to jinx it. So you downplay it. You downplay that win, that big sale, whatever it is, the new contact that you made, right? Maybe you met someone recently and you're like, wow, this could be a game changer for, a number of different reasons, but you downplay it. Oh yeah, no, they probably didn't really mean it when they offered me that opportunity. And you don't follow up on it, right? Or you don't want to make other people who are in your same line of business, you don't want them to feel bad if they're not succeeding. So you downplay your success. You don't stand up there and shout it from the rooftops. I am winning. Winning. When you don't do that, when you don't feel it, when you don't own it, you're shutting down. You're closing that door. You're putting your foot there so the door can't open all the way. You're trying to keep the success door from opening for you, and you don't even know it. And it also happens when we have just, a little bit or a lot of low self esteem, or maybe some low, like not a very strong self image. Those are big things to talk about. If that is something you want to talk about, I see some fire from Karen. Thank you. If those things are something you need to talk about, how those are affecting your business, I have a program for that. I would be happy to get on a consult call with you, figure out really where those blocks are, and then we can make a plan on how to conquer those. Because if this is the kind of stuff that's holding you back in your business, it's fixable. Yes, it's fixable, which is the best news ever. All right, so here's the overall reason, kind of been alluding to it the whole time. The overall reason why we do all these things, these defense mechanisms, and we downplay it and we don't earn our wins, is because we know right then that we have bumped up against our wiring, our programming, all that programming from the past. We have bumped up against our threshold for success. It's unfamiliar to us. It's unfamiliar to our brain. Remember, our brain is lazy. It wants to do the least amount of work possible. So it's much easier for our brains to go, oh, yeah, well, that had nothing to do with me. Oh, yeah. Because then our brain doesn't have to do anything to change. Our brain doesn't have to work. But if we own that, then it's like, oh, well, what do I do with that? It gets all confused, right? It has to start changing because you're creating new neural pathways. Your brain is like, no, I don't want to do that work. So it's shutting you down. Don't let your brain control that. Whew, I've got a big lightning strike right there. So when we're not appreciating that, when we're letting our paradigms control us, we're missing out on the power of being able to work with the universe, right? The universe is always out there working. We can work with it. It'll work beside us. It'll work for us. But we have to acknowledge it. And gratitude is the way we tap into that. So who here wants to have more gratitude? Woo, woo, woo. Are we seeing how gratitude and claiming your wins is a good thing? It's a good thing. Go ahead and stand out there and claim it. Now, the intent makes a difference. If you're going out there to claim your wins to make somebody feel bad, that's not working with universal laws. That's putting out negative frequency, right? Remember our law of attraction, the vibration and frequency we function at, it comes back to us. It matches us. So if we go out there to claim our wins, not because of gratitude, but because we just want to be proud of ourselves and oh yeah, I'm so fantastic. And you're not sharing that win with the universe, right? Because it's a team effort, then that's going to change. That's going to change the impact of that win. Make sure that you're going out there with humility, but claiming the win, owning the win. The law of transmutation of energy, right? Everything is constantly transforming. The energy is constantly trying to be manifested in a physical form. We have to give it time. So when we go out there and we do a post and we're like, oh, I didn't get anything from that. And then later you get a sale 3 weeks later, you just had to give it some time. Give it some time. Manifesting isn't always instantaneous. It's not always instantaneous. But I don't know about you. When positive things happen to me, I want more of that. And to get more of that, you have to own it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to bring gratitude to it. You bring gratitude to it by feeling it, by appreciating it, by taking a moment to really feel it, to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Because your results, whatever it is because you are aligned with your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. You are aligned. Universal laws, we're all working together to make that happen. Whether it felt instantaneous or not, you still get to claim it. You still need to claim it. You still need to acknowledge it. Good morning. I see someone else that popped through. All right. So, how do you fix it, right? We want more goodness. We don't want more of the past. If your business is not where you want it to be, you don't want more of that. You want more of the out of the blue, I sold this piece. Out of the blue, someone emailed me. You want more of that, not more of the I work hard and nothing ever happens. So tap into the goodness. You got to own it to tap into it, to make more of that happen. So every little win, I want you to feel it. I want you to sit and acknowledge it. And a win could be a really great comment on your Facebook page. It doesn't always have to be a sale. Acknowledge the wins wherever they're at. A win could be that you're learning something new, and every time you go out there and apply it, you're getting better at it. Good morning, Kathy. Good to see you. That's a win. Claim it, own it. I'm getting stronger in my business. I'm learning how to work my business better. You've got to own those. I want you to really dig into that gratitude. That's going to make a big difference because that is how you're going to manifest what you really want for your business. So be sure you know what you really want. That's the other thing here. Be sure you know what you really want. If you want more goodness, then you need to appreciate the goodness, however small it comes to you in your business and life. But we're talking about business right now, right? That's kind of where we're at. All right. I want you to this week, you got homework this week. I want you to every day, you've heard the every day, write 3 things you're grateful for. I want you to hone that in. I want you to write down 3 things, 3 positive things that you will acknowledge, that you will own, that happen in your business every day. Doesn't matter how small they are. I want you to own them and I want you to feel them and I want you to be grateful for them. Gratitude is the key to unlimited success. Bigger, more sales than you can ever imagine, gives me the chills when I talk about it, is out there and ready for you when you claim your wins and you do it with gratitude. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. And I will see you next week. Thank you for being part of the community. I love it when you're tapping in here and you're responding to the posts and you're helping me get to know more of what you need for your business. The more you give me, say, hey, here's where I'm stuck. Here's what I need. The more I can put it out there and help you. So thank you for doing that. And I will see you next week and inside the group. Take care, everyone.